South Africa now on the street. Hear what they have to say.
You've been among those leading this charge, the anti-migrant protests. They've been dubbed xenophobic, Afrophobic. Is that what they are?
Definitely not, my sister. And thank you very much for Kenyan Citizen TV to host me at this eve of the Saturday here in South Africa. And I don't even have a voice because I've been shouting everywhere. And but we as Zulu people and South African people, citizen, why I'm mentioning Zulus, because are the one that is in the forefront of this regime change in South Africa, where we are chasing all illegal immigrants. I want to say I'm greeting all the Kenyan society, Kenyan people, and all the people that are watching Citizen TV in Kenya.
So you're saying this is not xenophobia, this is not Afrophobia, but what has triggered this protest that we've witnessed since March?
And my sister, I can clarify it very simply. In 2004, there was also a protest like this, and it ended up as being called xenophobia. And then after that, it also slid down. And on 2015, another protest arm in the name of King Zoltini, which was the king of the Zulu people at that time. He was just placing the statement, complaining about the illegal immigrants that are doing as they please in this country. And only to find out people take the matters into their own hands and went on the street and beat some other illegal immigrants. And then this time, when my sister Jacinta Ngobese come in 2025 March and say, I'm beginning the protest that called March and March, because it was begin in March, and it's a march against illegal immigrants. And then Mr. Ndabandaba, Pagalum Tagati, and also myself join her. Then we become the triangle force that mobilize the people of South Africa to be peaceful march against illegal immigrants. There's nothing xenophobic. If there was a xenophobia, if the Kenyan president visited South Africa 2 weeks ago, and then there should be a protest against the visitor of the state president of Kenya. And then there was nothing like that. Today, the day before yesterday, the South African president visited the DRC president in the DRC country, and then we don't have a problem about that. So people should not politicize the peaceful protest against people who are not legal in the country, that are some of them that are committing crime, so they may go back home and be documented so that we can have international relations in a peaceful way.
All right, so Julius Malema is among those who've asked, because you're saying this is not Afrophobia, why you're not asking white people for their identification and whether they're South African citizens and whether they're in the country legally or not?
Julius Malema is the #1 failed politician that will never exist in the future. He have ignored his own brothers and sisters in the name of holding on and having the hope of the illegal immigrants. If he was legit, he was going to come out and send a clear message that I am with my brothers and sisters that fighting an illegal battle in the country, because even international countries have joined South Africa in the name of saying that all illegal immigrants, Germany countries are reacting, and also United Kingdom is reactionary towards illegal immigrants. All of what is happening in different countries of the world is not called xenophobia, is not called Afrophobia, is not called white on white a fight. But when we fight the majority of the black people that are here illegally, and when they get out in their numbers in different campsites and in different cities, to ask their government and our government that they must help them to go back home. And we are very serious about it, and they shall never come back here illegally in South Africa. We are serious about our country. We are still serious about this movement. Myself, Pagalum Tagati, and Jacinda, we as a triangle force, we are pleading to the nation that they must not try to divide us, and whenever they have a voice, they must place their opinion on the media or social media or call us. But we are serious about this regime. We don't want any illegal person here in the country, because we got a history of people and even the heroes of South Africa that has been killed by the people who are here illegally. Where is Lucky Dube? On 2006, Lucky Dube was shot and killed by illegal immigrants. TJ Waras was shot and killed by illegal immigrants. There is a lot, because they can be at the risk of being a hard gun and kill our own people, and even ourselves, we are in danger. But we are still fighting this, because there is no country on earth that can allow illegal immigrants to do as they please.
All right, Balian, I'll ask you, why did you take the decision to come back to Kenya?
First of all, thank you for the opportunity. South Africa is no longer safe for any foreigner, especially the black foreigner. And it's a challenge walking in the streets and even working. And what he is saying, that they are doing it peacefully, it's not like what he's stating. They claimed we took their jobs. They claimed we are selling drugs. And they claimed we are also sharing in the scarce necessities provided by their government. But when you do your research nicely, Fakel said that he would give the list to the big bosses, the list of those who are doing drugs. But they've now come to a position of concluding that foreigners are doing the drugs. They have over 166,000 inmates in South Africa, and 144,000 of these inmates are purely South African born. Only 22,000 are from outside South Africa, are foreigners, and most of them are from the South African Development Community. That is the SADC, which consists of 16 countries. So when they term foreigners as the drug dealers, I'd not support that. And actually, I have a number. So there are around 790 of the South Africans convicted all over the world. 70% have been convicted of drug abuse. So saying foreigners that they're the ones in charge of this drug thing, I'd not actually support that. Something else about saying that we are taking their jobs. When I went to South Africa, I do not eat the Kenyan pap. I do not take the Kenyan cold drinks. I take my own money and buy from their stores. And if we are 50 of us, that means the stores have to increase and the work has to increase. That is the lump of the fallacy that states in economics that there is a given number of jobs at a certain point of time in an economy. That's purely a fallacy. And I want to remind all South Africans who are watching us right now, do not forget the aid that you've received from Africa, and especially the 16 nations which form the SADC, because when there was the apartheid regime that was started in around 1948, after the National Party won the elections led by his name is Daniel F. Malcolm, something like that, Daniel F. in less than 2 years, they already brought about an act, the People's Democratic Act, which was supposed to track. It was now legal.
So guys, today is the D-Day that the South African went on the street to protest about the deadline, the 30th of deadline given to the immigrants in their country, that all immigrants, they need to come out from their country. They don't want immigrants in South Africa anymore. And this now have been really creating a lot of mixed reactions on the social media platform.